What's up, guys? Bri2J back with a brand new Bri2J Presents, and today I'm presenting to you the Cyberpunk2077 action figures courtesy of McFarlane Toys. This is going to be of both Johnny Silverhand and V from the upcoming Cyberpunk 2077 game. A game that's been pushed back so long, we might get it in 2077. No? Anyway, with that being said, let's take a closer look at these two characters from Cyberpunk. Before I get started talking about the figures themselves, I just wanted to give a special shout out and a huge thank you to the entire crew at McFarlane Toys, as you guys were awesome and made me feel at home. You guys treated me with open arms and made me feel like I was one of your own. So thank you. Ty, those dios, bro, keep it up. Yeah, let's get started talking about these figures. Really quickly, before I get talking about the figures themselves, I wanted to give a shout out to the engineering, designing, and art team at McFarlane as well for this beautiful looking packaging. So I'm going to move these guys out of the way for just a moment. Talk about the packaging, both the inner and outer. Here as they look on the outer, they are the same thing. I'm going to move the V package out of the way. The only difference is that one says Johnny and one says V. So, looking at this, nice yellow here. Foil inlay for the Cyberpunk logo. Johnny Silverhand. 14 plus, not a toy. So if you're not 14, don't watch this video. Come back when you're 14. McFarlane Toys logo up top. Cyberpunk there, same foil inlay. Johnny Silverhand and the McFarlane logo on the top there. Johnny and V right here. Little nice art renditions. 22 points of moving parts. So, yeah. Social media, McFarlane, and the address. CD Project Red right here. Barcode and stuff on the bottom. And window on the top, and that's it for the box. So move that out of the way. And now the inlay of the packaging, which this is different between the two figures. But it looks like they kind of connect in a way. Like if you move it right about here. Yeah, you can see like these lines almost match. Start with Johnny. We are rats. So whatever that's about. Stains and such. Samurai and some curse words that I'm not going to say on television. Pretty cool though. Samurai there. I'm going to keep that back here. And then one for V. Skulls. Stains. Skulls. Bad word in Spanish, which I'm not repeating. More logo here, a V, I guess for a V. Little like weird little thing there. Yeah, so that's that. Nothing on the back as it's just cardboard. The first figure I'm going to review out of the two is V, and from what I understand is that he's the playable character in the game. And I think the sculpt work looks pretty good. I think he has a really generic face. I don't really know what else to say about him because I don't know anything about Cyberpunk. But he looks good. I think the sculpt work is there. He has some scarring around his eyes. Nice fade for the hairline. Looks like an earring. Pliable material jacket, which is always nice. There's some sculpt and line work in there. There's a button on his chest. Let's see if we can make this out. This might be that project thing that's on the box. Right, I've got the box right here. Yeah, it looks like the cardinal for CD Projekt Red. So that's cool that they put that on there as well. Nice detailing on the sleeves. On the back, you have the logo here, which looks really, really nice, and it's a samurai, both in sculpt and nice line work. The jacket has texture on the bottom, so it does have that like elastic look of an actual jacket, which is really cool. I don't know if you can see like the grid work. Pants look good. I think everything else looks good about the figure. I'm going to show you guys the accessories now real quick. Here is the display base. It's a Cyberpunk2077 Model V. And then he comes with this really bright neon pink sword, which I'm guessing is one of the weapons in the game. There's some ridge work on the sword as well as the hilt. Nice sculpt work, nice detailing. It's not sharp. It's not overly fragile. I mean, still don't do this. You don't want to break your item, you know. But it looks pretty good. Pretty sure it's just molded in pink plastic. Next up, you have this gun here. It looks like a futuristic Beretta or Glock. Or I'm pretty sure it's actually more of a Beretta. But I really don't know guns, so could be totally wrong there. There's some silver line work where it needs to be, like for the chamber, and then the nice dry brushing around, and then the silver all around here. Nice sculpt work as well. As you can see, he holds the gun really easily. And then the other weapon he comes with is this futuristic assault rifle. And this too looks really good. I don't know why the thing wants to go out of focus. Give me 1 second. There we go. So it looks really good. Nice line work, nice paint work, nice dry brushing. Pliable. I mean, don't bend it, don't break it, but it's pliable. Looks really good all around. Don't do what I did and accidentally pull out the mag. That wasn't meant to be, but I mean, it's a cool little new feature, but just don't recommend it. Yeah, looks really cool, and he can hold this fairly well as well. Just gotta find the groove, put it right in, and yeah, you can see he holds the gun, and he could actually have the trigger finger holding the trigger. So really cool. I'm gonna take this out now. Give you more of a rundown of the figure now without the weapons. So, all in all, really good looking figure. He stands really well without the stand. He's a really solid piece. And as for articulation, his head can go down that far, looks back about that far, side to side. The neck is on a separate piece, so you can get him to have some expressive posing, some brooding, whatever you want to do. Arms can go out that far. They can rotate all around. He does have some sort of like butterfly joint in the arm grooves. And I know it's hard to see with the jacket, but there is some sort of butterfly joint there. He does have double jointed elbows, which bend in about that far. There's no bicep swivel, but it's okay. Not the arms, it's the wrist and hinge, so don't go bending here or posing that. That's not going to work. You don't want to break your figure. He can crunch in about that far, back about that far. He does have nice waist rotation as well, so you can get him to get in like a running pose if you'd like. He can split about that far. He has a kick forward about there, back only about there. Double jointed knees, which he could do pretty much the boot to the butt. He does have an upper foot swivel. Really, really good ankle pivot. Mine's a little bit on the tight side, but there is ankle pivot, and he does have a toe hinge. So you have a decent amount of articulation with V. Now let me talk about Johnny Silverhand. And here's Johnny Silverhand. And I have to say, I really like this figure as well. I think they really, really nailed Keanu Reeves, and we'll get into that sculpt in a minute. But I want to show you guys his accessories. Just like V, his stand says Cyberpunk2077, model Johnny Silverhand. He comes with this really cool looking guitar, and the strap, which you could actually unstrap, you know, just like a real guitar, and this is great. You actually have to assemble this yourself. The strap comes separate in the package. So here is a closer look at the guitar, and you can see the really, really cool logos and stuff, and kind of all like worn out and stuff, just like a real guitar would be. Yeah, really, really solid. And it has some weight to it as well, so it's pretty cool. It's the back. So yeah, really nice. The samurai logo embedded into the rubber. So that's really cool. Yeah, I'm really liking this. It's one of my favorite accessories. So then, as for the other accessories, he comes with one alternate hand, and that's, if we can get a focus going, you can see he comes with the metal horns, the symbol, like the rock on, and that's really cool. And to swap out the hand, it's really simple. McFarlane made it really easy to just swap out pieces, which is nice, because, you know, there's sometimes a lot of struggle. And there he is, rocking the horns, which looks really cool. And here's a closer look at his face. So, like, you see what I mean? They really nailed Keanu. It looks fantastic. And it's hard to see with my lighting, but Shoutout Prime noticed it and put it on his video. You can actually see the eyes through the shades. So that's really cool. And at first I thought there was a bit of a paint mishap with mine, but there is a scar under his nose where the hair doesn't grow in. So I don't know if that's a Johnny Silverhand thing or if that's an actual Keanu Reeves with his beard thing. Something to look out for down the line, I guess, with future Keanu things. The hair is sculpted really nice. He's sporting that John Wick look, which is great. And yeah, all in all, really, really cool. The dog tags are molded onto the vest here, but that's cool. He's decently articulated as well. And these guys both came out of the packaging not overly loose, but not tight. It was just that perfect amount of posability, so that's another thumbs up. For his sculpt, you can see the vest also has like patches on there. Looks like bullets for the belt. Sculpt work on the cyborg arm looks really dope. You see the samurai logo there. I'm loving all the tattoo placements. You know, like there's some on the hand. Yeah, really, really cool looking. And the other accessory, before I forget, he comes with this here. I'm guessing this is a bottle of liquor. Come on, camera. There you go. So, yeah, I'm guessing this is a bottle of spirits, you know, and I'm not sure, but I'm almost pretty positive. Either that or it's going to be like the, like how certain characters have like a way of getting like leveled up or, you know, like a health boost. Like this could be a health boost that Johnny gives to V. I don't know. We'll see when the game happens. So yeah, but really cool. It's translucent plastic, and has the knob on top. It looks like a bottle, and that's great. And he can hold it pretty well too, from what I understand. Get him with the guitar hand. Yeah, like just slip it in from under, and you can hold it really well. Like I just did this, and it worked, you know? So that's pretty cool. As for his articulation, they really gave Johnny the articulation required for, you know, their use of the 22 points of articulation system. The head can go all the way around. He doesn't have a separate neck area, so it's just the one peg. He has a butterfly joint system in the arms. His arms can rotate all the way around. Bicep swivel here, double jointed elbows here, and then the wrist hinge and swivel for the right arm. The cyborg arm, however, there is no bicep swivel or double articulation. It's only a single joint in that elbow, but he does have the hinge and swivel for this hand. Really decent ab crunch, and can go back pretty far as well. Like there's a click there, I just noticed. Yeah, there's like a ratchet joint in his ab crunch, so that's pretty cool. splits out that far. So he must do like wicked stuff on stage, or I don't know, because he has way more articulation in the legs. And yes, it is a ratchet joint. There is some grooves right here. There we go. He has a little bit of rotate at the thigh, but not a thigh cut. He can kick out that far. Actually, kicks up about that far. That's dope. Back about that far. But then you get like gap. Double jointed knees. And then you have a decent ankle pivot. It's a little hindered by the pants. And then you have toe hinge. So Johnny has a decent amount of articulation. And I like that it's not the identical articulation as V. It's just a little bit different. You know, like they each have some sort of hindrance in articulation, but you know, they kind of mapped it out where each one's going to be different. And then let me put the guitar back on Johnny. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. I don't really know much about the game, as I noted earlier. I'm just grateful for McFarlane Toys to have provided me with these figures for review for you guys. I'm looking forward to everything else in their upcoming lines, because I feel like McFarlane Toys is back. They're going to do a lot of great stuff, especially with everything that I saw at Toy Fair. I'm really impressed. And guys, thank you again so much for making this review possible. You guys rock. Alright, well, that's going to be it for me. You can, of course, find me on Instagram at Bri2J Presents. And you could, of course, follow the channel, Bri2J Presents, and find this video on Bri2JPresents.com. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.